Hi, everybody. Welcome to What You're Reading. We're youth services librarians from around DeKalb County talk about the books that we're reading during quarantine. My name is Fran, and I am from the North Lake Library.
My name is Nicole, and I'm from the Harrison Crossing Library.
And my name is Mia, and I'm from the Decatur Library.
Also, shout out to Angela, who is not back with us yet, but we hope that she will be back with us soon. Love you, Angela. We'll see you soon. Also, shout out to my two lovely co-hosts. I have a headache and was wearing a cold mask, and they put on cute headgear so that I wouldn't feel alone in my time of need. So thank you, Nicole and Mia. It's very sweet of you. This time we are talking about books in verse. I love a book in verse, especially for reluctant readers. Sometimes a book will look really thick and you can read it super fast because there are not a lot of words on a page. So it also makes you feel incredibly accomplished. And these are some of the books in verse that we are either reading right now or that we really love. I just started this one, so I don't have a ton to say yet about the plot, but this is The Black Flamingo. It's by Dean Atta. It has received really amazing reviews. It won the Stonewall Award earlier this year, and it won it before it was even published. Like, this book did not come out in the US until May, and it won the Stonewall Award in the winter. That's pretty amazing. That said, it was originally published in England. It is by a English author. It's about a teenager in London who is discovering himself. He comes out as gay to his friends and his family, but sort of realizes that that isn't the end of his self-discovery. He discovers the drag scene and really finds a bond with the people there and learns more about himself in the process. So like I said, I'm just starting it, but I'm really, really excited to read it. Like, everyone who's read this, who I've heard from, really loved it. So I'm excited to get into that later today.
Yay! When we were talking about books in verse, Fran and I both had two of the same books. So I am taking the other book that we were discussing, which I still have not read yet, but I am so excited. This author was actually recommended to me by Fran.
I love her so much. I love her so much.
This is Elizabeth Acevedo's newest book, Clap When You Land, and she is the author of The Poet X.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm. And this is just, she is so masterful. Like, she is such a fabulous author, and she writes in verse. So this is another book in verse, and it's amazing. And I always find it hard to read like poetry or books in verse. I normally listen to them, but with her, like, you can read it no problem. You're gonna get through it. I'm probably gonna finish this later today, and it's like that thick. So that's me hyping up Elizabeth Acevedo. Not that she needs my hype. She's amazing. But this is a book about a girl, or it's from two different perspectives. It's a girl named Camino and a girl named Yahara. And both of their father, or both of their, what they think is their father, goes to the Dominican Republic and passes away in a plane crash. And they find out that their father was actually living two different lives. So it's them coming to terms with the fact that their parent has passed and that their parent has lived a double life. It's really, really fabulous when it comes to like the emotions that the characters are going through from what I've read so far. She's such a great, fabulous author. Like, I 100% recommend that you read this, and it's available right now. Like, you could check it out as a book through contact-free pickup. There is a wait on the ebook and the e-audiobook. So yeah, I suggest you read the book and, find your new favorite author.
I know our copy at North Lake is just sitting on our shelf right now waiting for someone to check it out. Mm-hmm. And yeah, also just, another plug for Elizabeth Acevedo. Like she was a national poetry slam champion, which really, so even beyond just verse, I feel like so many of like her phrasing has like multiple meanings, but she is just so good. I'm sorry.
No, like I said, you're the one who, yeah.
But
no, you're the one who recommended her. Anything Fran recommends is amazing. So just know that.
That is kind of you.
Wasn't Poet X too a Peach Award nominee?
It was, yeah. That was that came out in 2018. Whatever year it came out, it was my favorite book that I read that year. I just love it so much. Yeah.
I actually read it, not because it was a Peach Award nominee, but because we do a librarians meeting and you were the reader one time and you read from it. And I was like, this sounds so good, I have to read it. And so I went and read it, loved it.
Good.
And I am a huge, huge poetry and verse fan. I love them. If you are a teen or even 9 or up that's in my book club, you know that because every April for Poetry Month, I make them read a book in verse. Some kids like them, some kids hate that month, but I love poetry, so I naturally love poetry in verse. I think Helen Frost wrote this amazing book. It was like the first one I ever read that was in verse, and I was like hooked from then. I decided not to talk about Kwame Alexander since I always do, so I'm highlighting a different one. And it is, let's see, Wicked Girls. And it's historical fiction and in verse. It's really good. I loved it. It was about the Salem witch trials, and it's told from 3 different points of views of the girls during like some of the ones that were on trial, some of the accusers. It's so good. I loved it. It's so you get a little history too, and it's on Hoopla, and it's available for contact-free checkout. So you can do either of those. Really, really good. And I was thinking of audio. You mentioned audio. Is Long Way Down is like one of my favorite poetry and verse audios.
You recommended that one to me. So yeah, just poetry. Yeah, books and verse all the way.
I love them. Yeah. I just love they make the words really pop. I feel like some of those sentences and verses just stay with you, and they say so much in so few words that since I tend to go on and on, I'm always amazed at how people can say something in a really short amount of time.
I mean, same. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to show our mugs now just because we all happen to have like cute nerdy mugs. So Mia.
I love mine.
Mia says, I'm a catacorn.
Old school Yoda.
And yours is a read mug, right? Like a ALA.
Mm-hmm.
Read and the force is with you. Mine is one that my friend made for me. It says Squash 1, Squash 2, which is like a deep cut Raven Boys reference. If you've read that series by Maggie Stiefvater, it is a weird song that they sing every now and then. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week with more book recommendations. Reminder that in addition to Overdrive and Hoopla, most DeKalb County libraries are now open for contact-free pickup. Please come and grab some real books from us. Our shelves can't hold all of our books right now, so you would be doing us a favor, really. And we will see you next week. Bye.
If you want us to just pull some stuff off the new bookshelf, you can just call and say, I'm a teen or I'm an adult reading YA. Can you just pull me off a couple stuff from the new books? And we will gladly pull them off and just put them in a bag for you, because it's sad seeing them on the shelves.
Yeah, and we just told you which branches we work at. Feel free to call and ask for us, and we would be happy to pull selections for you. And hopefully we will hear from you soon, and we will also see you next week. Bye.